Hello, Hofstra fans, and welcome to this week's WB Mason Coaches Report with Courtney Veinotte, the head coach of Hofstra Field Hockey. Good morning, Coach. How's it going today?
Good morning. It is going. How are you?
That's good to hear. It's going over here, too. You guys opened CAA play this past weekend on the road, an unfortunate 3-2 shootout loss at William and Mary, followed up by a 5-1 loss at James Madison. Let's talk about that William and Mary match. First of all, incredible. That was from start to finish just a fun, action-packed match. Thinking back on it, the goal scored by Mercedes Curry and Aileen Oldman, and then in the shootout. What are your thoughts from the game against the Tribe?
I think it's like you said, it was an incredible match. The energy, it was a 6 p.m. game. The energy was incredible by both teams, and ultimately both teams had great scoring opportunities, and it really came down to a battle of the defense for both teams. And it's probably the most consistent game we've played this season, and it was a long one, with the double overtime and then the shootout, and the goal by Mercedes Curry, loved it. Was created in the first quarter, so it was really fun. Aileen Oldman, an incredible goal in the fourth quarter to tie us. So it was a wonderful game by our team, well composed, and by William & Mary as well. And ultimately, even in the overtimes, both teams had scoring opportunities and that were shut down, and penalty corners that were shut down. So it was a really good conference growth for us, and conference competition, to see us play at that level and consistently a whole match plus play at that level. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I noticed that it was pretty consistent. I thought the team, attacking wise, you had a lot of circle entries, a lot of smart passing, a lot of good shots too from a lot of different people. And then in defense, you limited William and Mary on a lot of their scoring opportunities. It was a good game that could have gone either way throughout the course of the regulation and 2 overtimes, and then the shootout.
Yeah, and the shootout came down to the 10th shooter.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it just, it was an incredible match by both teams, and it'll be fun to see what happens next.
Yeah, definitely. And then, unfortunately, you guys followed that up with a 5-1 defeat at James Madison. Mercedes Curry getting on the scoreboard again, but then those 3 goals in the second quarter, and then the fifth goal in that third quarter. What were your thoughts following that game against James Madison?
Yeah, I actually think the first quarter we came out very strong, and it was a very evenly matched quarter. Both teams were getting attacking opportunities. They put one in. We came out into the second quarter and we immediately scored. It was a great circle opportunity creation by Cami Valor. Worked to get the circle entry and connected up with Jastrzynski, who found Mercedes at the far post of the net. And so it was a really great transition and momentum and coming out strong. And they, right after goals, momentum shift in games sometimes, and they immediately came down and got one on us, a penalty corner against us. So it was a very back and forth game. I think that Friday's match was an impact for us in fatigue levels and freshness, and being able to kind of push through that match. In the second half, we pulled back our press just a little bit to kind of, just try to control the momentum a little bit more, but it did end up taking away some of our attacking opportunities. So, it's one of those games as a coach, you look back and you reflect on, and you're trying to kind of see, well, what could we have done differently? How can we be better for this next weekend? What are our major takeaways from the weekend? Ultimately, I'm very, very happy with our team in the Friday match and showing the level we can compete at. Because when we can put together a game, we're dangerous, and we're showing that growth as a program. And I'm loving that. I'm absolutely loving that. I'm proud of our crew for that. Now it's trying to find that even keel and learning kind of the momentum swings of a game, and being able to handle every adversity that comes at you, whether you score, you get scored on, so it's continuously, trying to navigate and continuing to develop and growing as a program. And we'll see, this weekend is going to put us to the test. We've got a strong opponent on Friday, and Sunday now turns into a must win for us. Every game is kind of a must win, but putting some pressure on us for this weekend for sure.
Yeah, I mean, you said, good effort. It was a good effort from the team. Just the way I think JMU, the way that they played limited, and getting those 3 goals in the second quarter had to definitely change the way that you played, and it limited a lot of your offensive tactics. Only 2 shots, unfortunately, against James Madison. So it's a good test for Friday's opponent, number 21 Delaware, in the latest coaches poll. I mean, they're Delaware. There's really not much else you can explain about Delaware. But in your words, what did you see from the film on the Fighting Blue Hens, and what are some of their strengths and weaknesses?
Yeah, very strong program. Have a lot of craft on a lot of different lines. They play a very controlled style. They've got dangerous penalty corners. They kind of play, similar to William & Mary, but also very similar to JMU. It's almost like a collective kind of approach there. I have a ton of respect for their coaching staff. They obviously have really pushed that program to great heights. Anytime you get to play a caliber program that's nationally ranked, it's only a learning opportunity. And trying to put together a game against them will be a good test for our kids. And I do think that we're at a level that we can compete with those teams. It's just feeling comfortable and confident and consistent and being able to handle the swings of the game. So I'm excited for Delaware. I love that it's home. I think it'll be a great match for us.
Yeah, absolutely. And you said everything about them. They're very balanced offensively, defensively. They've got a lot of good penalty corner takers. They're in goal. They're very strong. It's going to be an exciting test, I think, for Hofstra field hockey. And then Sunday, senior day, you're hosting Drexel. You played them twice last year, once in conference, once in non-conference. What have you seen from Delaware where you feel that your team matches up the best with the Dragons?
Yeah, Drexel's athletic. They look to play fast. They've got a couple of kids that can really create opportunities for themselves in the forward line with speed, and they love to take the goalkeepers on, and they've got some craft there. Ultimately, it's going to be who's more disciplined and handles kind of the chaos level of the game. We have had some great matchups with Drexel in the past. This past COVID year with the 2 matches, and the year before, they're always tight games. We actually split last year. They got us the first game, and then we got them the second game. So it's one of those teams that we match up well with. We're gonna have to fight for a win, but I'm excited for that game. Ultimately, senior day also brings out a zip in your players, and you're honoring people that have really committed some time and passion and love to this program. And this senior class, especially, they've really committed to pushing this thing and changing this culture with me in my head coaching transition. So it's a really great class. I owe them the world, and I hope they feel the amount of growth and what they've done here. And they're proud of that. So it'll be a really special day. I know our current players are working hard to organize a special day for them, as are we. And it'll be a great conference weekend home.
So it'll be this Friday at 3 p.m. home against the 21 ranked Delaware Fighting Blue Hens, and then on Sunday at 1 p.m. it'll be against the Drexel Dragons. Watch all of Hofstra field hockey games on Flow Live through Flow Sports. For head coach Courtney Veinotte, I am Nick Capitos. Thank you for joining us for this week's WB Mason Coaches Report.